So this is was the worst piece. Whenever I removed all the molds, this is the one piece here that gave me all the problems. So you can see all the body work that I've had to do on it in order to fix all the imperfections that were in it. So next thing up is will be 3 coats. Probably going to put 3 coats of gel coat on this, and then we'll let that dry, and then we'll sand that down, and hopefully we'll have a good finish. So welcome back to my channel today, everyone. This I'm going to start off with is whenever I popped all of the panels off of the original monocoque. This was the worst piece. So what I've done is I've went in and I've done all of my body work and everything on it, and then I came back and sprayed with my sprayer 3 coats of gel coat back on this. So excuse my voice here. So that has pretty much taken care of everything. So I'm getting ready to sand this and get it all smooth, and hopefully that'll be it for this piece here. Then I'll show you some of the other pieces that I have been working on. Haven't really filmed as much just because you know, doing this is it's just a lot of sanding, repetitive sanding, little stuff like this right here. I have to put a little bit of filler in here, just little bitty things. I still haven't sanded all the way through on this particular piece, but I've still got a few back there I've still got to sand, but I'm gaining on it. Here's a lot of the pieces. I've got 1, 2, 3, I think 3 pieces back there that are completely done, that have already been sanded and buffed. So I've got some of these panels here that are in different stages. So I've got one of these panels here, this one right here, is actually ready as well to buff. But it's just, you know, continuing sanding, you know, with the different grits of sandpaper. I've been starting off with 320, and then pretty much sanding down the whole piece just to get the orange peel and stuff off of it. Plus it helps me to get some of the imperfections and stuff cleaned up on it. And then if I need to put any body filler like I did on this is just on the edge here. But if I needed to do that, I could go ahead and do that. And, you know, then it's just moving up with, you know, the several different grits of sandpaper. So it's taken a long time. It's just, like I said, it's been a lot of repetitive sanding, and I haven't filmed a lot of it just because I didn't want to bore everyone to death with sanding, and more sanding. So I'm hoping to try to, hopefully in the next week or two, get all these things finished where I can start bolting things back together, and then having my completed mold for the outside of the monocoque, and then I can start building a new one of these. So that's my plan. I'll show you, like I said, as long as I'm going along the way here. So thanks for watching. I'll be right back. So I've been doing body work on these. I've got all these are all nice and flat now, especially you know, the places they need to be. You know, some of the edges right here might not be so fine, but the edge stops right here anyhow, so all this is not really accounts for anything. But got all these done, so I'm going to run back over these and put another coat of gel coat on these, and then sand these down. So I did get a chance to put some gel coat on this other panel. This was the worst panel whenever I popped all the molds off. And I did body work on it and re-gel coated it. So I've already knocked it down, so with sandpaper and all that. So all I have left to do is buff it out, and then this piece will be done. So like I said, I'm pretty happy with that. That was the worst piece. So me doing the body work, and then I re-gel coated it. So that's what's made me want to go ahead and do that with these 3 pieces. So that's what's up next here. As soon as I get them gel coated, I'll show you. Okay guys, back again. I got 3 coats of gel coat on here, and man, how the weather can change quickly. It was nice and sunny out, and now it's raining. So yeah, yay. So anyhow, got these all gel coated. Got some PVA on them so the gel coat will dry. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm pretty happy with how they're coming out. Really considering possibly redoing some of the other ones just so I can get the gel coat full coverage on those. So we'll have to see what happens. Welcome back again. It's a different day for me here today. So I'm just showing you these two pieces here. These are the two pieces that I'm going to be focusing on first off today. So this one here I've got sanded down already with 320 grit sandpaper. So there's still a couple places in here that I need to do a little bit of work on. This little seam right here, you can see it's just needs a little bit of filler, a couple little things right here, but it should be very easy for me to fix that with a little bit of filler. So that's what I want to do there. Then I come over here, and I had a little bubble in the gel coat. I didn't see it earlier when I was sanding this, so I went ahead and chipped that out. I'm going to put a little filler in that just to get the correct shape and everything back in there. And then I'm going to look over the rest of it. I think it's pretty good. And then once I get those two places fixed, then I'll be able to come through and sand this with 400 grit, and then, like I said, working my way up several different grits all the way up to 1500 grit, and then it'll be ready to sand. So over on this side here, I've just done a rough sand, so this whole thing basically needs to probably be gone over again with 320 grit. But just little places that I need to address, you know, just little stuff there I've got to fix. And just look around on it. There's a little piece here I've got to fix. Just got to clean up some of these edges a little bit, sharpen them up a little bit. You see another little place there I got to fix. But that's what's taken so long for me to get a lot of this stuff done, because it's very time consuming. I have to come through and sand the whole thing down. Then you got to go back through and find your imperfections and fix your imperfections. And then a lot of this stuff I've got about 4 or 5 of these panels over here that I have re-gel coated just because I had way too much body filler on it, and didn't want to risk trying to pull parts off of that and then, you know, pulling part of the body filler off. So you can see some of these panels over here do still have some body filler on it. Not real sure how I'm going to do this particular one. I may wind up re-gel coating this one. This panel here I have to re-gel coat. Got all the body work and everything done on it. It's smooth. It just needs, I'll probably spray 3 coats of gel coat on that, like I did the other panels. Just moving around here. So this panel here has been sanded. Just got a few places I got to do body filler on it, and the same thing, just knocking it down with different grits of sandpaper. So this guy here I haven't really done anything with yet. So this is basically what I'm starting with on these panels. This was basically as it was popped right off of the molds. So I mean, you can see there's little things that have to be sanded down and smoothed, and it's just very time consuming. I've been doing a lot of work on my professional job, and this is just something I do as a hobby. So I haven't been able to spend quite as much time on it as I would like to, but you know, that's just how life goes sometimes. This piece here, this was the worst panel. Whenever I popped all the molds off, I had to do a lot of work on this. This is one of the panels that I re-gel coated, so it's a little dusty right now, but it's been sanded with everything, and it's basically ready for to be buffed, and then it'll be done. So roof panel up here, I've got about 3/4 of it sanded with 320. So this takes a lot of time because you're going from 320 to 400 to 600 to 800 to 1,000 and then 1,500 grit. So you can imagine all the sanding. That's another reason why I didn't really video it everything, because who wants to watch somebody just sanding and sanding and sanding? So my apologies to you guys that have been, you know, waiting on videos and stuff to come out. I've been working a lot, haven't had time to do it, and that's kind of what's been going on. So I got one day here that I can kind of mess with this today. So got my dash and everything sitting there. But yeah, that's a little update for now. I'll show you as I'm going along the way with these two panels, and then we'll see where we go from there.